The following moments may contain explicit language.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
News team, assemble!
Oh, there it is with the Modelo. Louis popping the top. Welcome back, everybody, to Uncanceled Culture. Broadcasting live from the Gulf of America. Ladies and gentlemen, we already got some shaking heads in the house. I'm Porky.
The Louis.
And I just saw Google Maps, and it really is
It
changed.
really is on there.
Yes, it did change.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, and before we get there,
It's really
we
changed.
have with us today a very special guest. Somebody who caught up listening.
Finally.
Yes, and was texting Louis the whole time about every episode, and she left some comments on our Spotify page. So welcome the one, the only, Christina. There she is.
Yes.
Coming
here I
to
am.
the stage.
Here I
You have
am.
the applause on there?
Yeah, it's there, but I think I changed it,
Yeah.
so it's not there.
It's not there.
I'll can it. I can add it in later. It's fine. What is up? How you doing?
I'm good. Glad to be here with
And-
you guys.
Yeah, I'm sure
To
she's
give my live
I
opinion.
wish,
yeah,
yeah.
she's ready to.
I wish the
to-
feeling was mutual, but you know.
She's ready to tear into Cranky. Right? That's what I heard.
We were messaging from what time to what time, man? I don't know.
I think it was till like 1 a.m. last night.
Yeah, but I think like we
What?
started like at 4 or
Yeah.
3 or 4,
Yeah.
and it was just message after message, and you know she was catching up. So as she's listening, she's responding, and so she kind of feels she's on the show. So she was like, you know what? I just need to go, and I said, sure. You know, she was send me your address. So I sent it to her, and I'm like, you know what? She's gonna show up.
So this is a relation though, because y'all are.
Yeah, we're cousins.
Yeah, we're cousins.
So she, funny story, man. She shows up, and Sabrina and Lily are leaving. They have a meeting, and so Lily opens the door and she goes, "Somebody's here," and I said, "Oh, it's probably either Cranky or Porky," and she goes, "It's a lady," and then closes the door. And I'm like, so you're just gonna close the door? I said, you know what? That's my cousin. And
Those
so-
damn Mormons!
Yeah, I didn't even say I was on my way. Or nothing. I just showed up.
But when she said it's a lady, I said I already know who it is.
Oh.
She was ready. She was already walking up to the door. Can I talk to you about your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?
Hey, that's where I was gonna start.
She just didn't have the white shirt and the black pants, you know.
Yeah,
but
and
she
the
was.
tie, you know, on the bike driving. Do they still do that?
Yeah, they still do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
I literally
definitely.
just saw them like a few days ago, right here
Really?
down the street. Yeah,
Right next to the black cat.
Hey, bro, and literally they parked right there. They parked right there. They didn't make it over here, so I'm pretty sure the black cat got them.
There's some brujeria going on over there.
For real.
They saw him coming. They're like, nope. What's up, man? What's up, Cranky? How you doing? Are you doing all right?
Yep.
Can you breathe? Can you talk? You did? Okay.
Good.
All right.
And I got a mouthful. I can't chew gum no more.
Oh, yeah. Literally, I had breakfast with one of my cousins today.
Bill Miller's?
And we did not go to Bill Miller's with my cousin Mikey.
Oh.
And well, it wasn't even breakfast. I think it was lunch because we had a lot going on. But he was like, "Hey, who the hell is that chewing gum on the show, man?" He goes, "That's all I kept hearing."
I just heard
Wow, I
it for
don't
the first
even
5
pay
minutes.
And I heard it right off the bat. I'm like, oh my God.
You know what
You
though?
cannot.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't hear it. I didn't. I guess I wasn't focused on like the details. I was listening to the.
You were actually listening.
I was
to what
listening
you're
to the
saying.
show. Like I like to critique the show, you know, so I play it and I'm listening to it, which is one of our, 50, 60 plays that we have on an episode.
yeah.
But I'm listening to it and I'm like, I didn't. And when everybody kept saying that, I'm like, I never heard that. I never heard it, but it's just not me paying attention.
Well, then the only reason why I heard is because he said it. He
Yeah.
said we gotta before he even put it out.
That was the editing.
So that's what I was listening for in the when I started playing it, and I heard it from the beginning, but that was it. You didn't hear
Well,
no
everybody
more.
heard it. Andy heard it. I don't know about a certain person that Andy knows, but we'll mention him later.
I didn't hear it.
Oh yeah.
You didn't hear it? Really?
I mean, I don't pay attention to that. I'm waiting for y'all to start talking because I'm waiting to give my opinion.
Because he's ready to rip into it.
Because Spotify only lets you leave one comment.
Yeah.
Only one. Yeah.
yes,
then
and it's
you're
only like
limited,
300
right?
characters.
Yeah.
So I'll go in there and leave my comment, and then boom, switch to text messages because boy's getting it.
Yeah. For real. And I already know when she's listening.
Well, let's do that. Let's start off with maybe not the major thing that I know what we want to talk about, but maybe something that happened maybe a couple more episodes
Yeah. Like
further.
what was something?
Like what was something that you wanted to that maybe bring up? Because I already know what you want to talk about, but we could save that for
There's
later.
just so much that y'all talk about where I'm like, ain't no way that's really being talked about.
Honest opinions.
So I remember one that she
Which
messaged
one?
me, and she was like, I think we were talking about the bras.
Oh God,
And
Jesus.
she goes, y'all like are so wrong.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe y'all are talking about it. Y'all are wrong. And so I told her, I said, well, usually we'll have Sabrina either on the show or she's in the gallery somewhere,
she's
and we're
listening,
able
yeah.
to get info
I mean,
from
well,
her.
in our defense, we're usually taking the bras off, not putting them on.
We're not sitting there measuring. What is that, a D?
Hi
A
two,
C?
hi two.
Like the way that y'all are clueless on how the numbers and letters and all of that work, it's hilarious.
Yeah. So
We
that
were.
was one of the, like, I think that started off one of them.
We were.
And then
yeah.
we just went from there.
Well,
And so she's touched on a lot
There
of
was somebody else too that got on us about
Yeah.
what it was. Well, and then
And then Sabrina came on and
the
kinda
next-
clarified it the following
right,
episode.
Right, the following episode
Yeah.
she came out. But after the episode came out, we had somebody message us as well and was
Yeah.
like, "Y'all have no idea what y'all are talking about. You know what? They don't know what the measurements are.
Yeah.
You don't know what this means."
Like,
Or like what?
I'll go pull up facts and send them to boy when y'all are talking.
Yeah. She
'Cause
does.
that's wrong. And who didn't Google this? And
She
what is
she,
this?
she does.
we only have one stat person.
We only have
I
one
know.
You're
Google
looking
person.
at
Oh,
him right here,
listen.
and you're related to him.
Today I was watching TikTok and this guy was like, because I'm not a Trumper, so this guy was like, you don't have to use Google because Google's the only one that has America, Gulf of America.
No, I think they said Apple had it too.
Oh yeah, and
Did
Apple.
they? Well,
Yeah.
well, they might have
Well,
changed
now-
So
because they didn't
I
have it.
changed. I went into my phone and I changed my Safari to not use Google. I use Escocia.
What?
And they plant a tree when you use them. Blah blah blah.
Louis,
What?
I changed.
save
it.
the
I changed my
planet,
settings.
motherfucker.
Yeah, I changed my Safari search. I'm gonna make boy do it too.
Did you
but
hear that?
Louis?
Hey,
Did you
good.
understand what she's saying?
Yeah.
Is that for every search or just
Every
like,
search.
Really?
Well, so
You could use other ones. It shows you.
Yeah, it
That's
does. 9
why when you go
million.
to the settings, you can change it to Bing, to Yahoo.
Yeah.
To whatever.
I've done
you
that.
want.
I mean, I've used some of the other ones before.
I ain't using Google no more because I
So-
don't want to see Gulf of America.
Well, what are you going that far down for? Just go where you gotta go to the next block. You don't have to search. Oh, Gulf America's there.
I just hate that man. I dislike him. So he not renaming
There's no
nothing for
point in
me.
you going. There's no point unless you're going to Corpus. There's no point in you going
And
all the way
looking
down.
at
I don't
it,
go
there.
to Corpus. This
Well,
water's
There
dirty.
you go. Then
We're
you,
driving to Florida in a couple weeks, and
Good
so
luck.
we're gonna drive by the Gulf of whatever it is named
Mexico.
right now.
You got more-
Mexico.
The
Well, you
part
know
of-
what? Cranky made a good point though, and I'm pretty sure you heard it on the last.
I did.
Where he was like, "Why would we want to claim it? Have you seen the water?"
Because he wants to claim everything. He wants the Panama
He just
Canal.
wants to
He
be in
wants
control.
Gaza. He wants everything.
He just wants to be in control.
He
don't
wants
matter.
to turn that Gaza into a luxury.
That's what he keeps
resort.
talking about.
You see how that place looks?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like
Yeah. Rubble.
it's all it is.
Yeah,
like
it's
what is he
rubble,
gonna
dude.
do
It's still land.
It is.
to him?
It's
And
land.
and
business
it's,
person.
It's exactly. It's money.
business
What?
person.
He,
Say it.
he's bankrupt.
Say it. That's why we're here.
That
That's why
man
we're
is
here.
bankrupt.
Well, he's using America's money then.
Yes,
right?
he is. That's
There you go.
exactly what he's doing.
And you know what? That's
Exactly
why he's
what-
taking
I
it
have a
away.
question.
That's why he's
Uh-oh, here
taking
we
it
go.
away from. Well, we don't want to fund this anymore. Fund this
we go.
anymore. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna make a resort in Gaza.
I have a question. One of the episodes you asked, I want to know what media, social news, whatever y'all are watching.
Oh,
Where y'all get
yeah.
those
So
information
she's
from.
addressing this to Cranky right now. She's addressing it to Cranky because he asked that question.
Yeah, he did.
What,
There was
what
that-
are y'all
was it
watching?
either the last episode or the one
So
before?
I have a
last
question. Where do you get your news from?
Well, obviously not from y'all.
Well, clearly, because if you did, you'd be on the right
I
side.
am on the right side.
No,
I'm not on
sir.
the left side.
What news channel do you watch? No, the left
I
side.
knew that was coming. I
The
knew
left
that was
side is the
coming.
right side.
I don't watch the
Listen,
news.
the left side is the
No,
right
the left
side.
side- oh, the
You
left
said
side-
you're on the left
The
side.
left side is the left side.
It's the right side.
I'm just like
The
not
left
on-
side
I
is the
know I'm
right
not on
side.
the left side. That's for sure.
Tell me what news channel you
I don't
watch,
watch the
sir.
news.
That's the problem. What do you do?
No, that's not- that's-
Where do you find your information then?
I just hear from smart people.
What smart people?
Obviously not y'all.
You
'Cause
think?
y'all sound stupid.
No,
Hey,
sir.
hey,
Listen,
I thought I was
I'm
gonna start
really
hearing
serious.
strong side.
Where do you get
I
your
don't. I have my sources.
What
He
are
does-
they?
you know what he
I'm
does
going to
have?
ask you a
I'll
question.
tell you right now,
This
he
is
does have a
genuine
source.
question.
He does have a source.
So if you're using, let me just say, social media,
Mm-hmm.
any which one of them, you know they go off of algorithms, right?
Yeah.
So the more right that you're clicking, because you're a righty, the more right that you're clicking, the farther right that you're going. And that's why you're not hearing facts. You're only hearing, you don't hear how these things hurt people. You only hear how they could benefit, and they don't benefit you. That's a
Says
fact.
who?
Tell me one thing that Trump is doing that benefits you. Please, God, help me.
I'm okay.
Help
I
me
already told
understand.
them. I already told them before that I'm not either a Trump or
I know I've heard that
or
because some of the
Democrat.
things you do say I agree with.
You know, because
It's true. She does tell me, okay. Cranky's on back on this side now.
I said,
not,
no,
and not
no.
meaning like on sides, but meaning like, okay,
Like he
he's
has
making sense
rationale.
again.
Yes, he
Yeah.
makes sense in that situation because that's
Yeah.
a legitimate statement. But some of the things I'm just like, where does he? Is he getting that from? Because I'm confused.
Or
getting what?
Porky and I are just here with popcorn.
Oh, yeah. No, it's
Because
just so much
I know, you know,
It's like you pull it out of the air.
I do because I'm not politically smart. Sadly, you know, I don't. I mean, you want to argue about sports all day? Shit, I'm gonna tell you a new asshole.
And that's why we need a sports
Good.
show.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you could.
But I'm not
I'm sure
politically
you
smart.
could.
I'm not. But I hear stuff more, you know, like when I hear about the left saying stuff, is all I hear is them fucking complaining because they're not getting it their way because the person they voted for is not in office.
You know, if
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like if we actually sat down and discussed facts and showed you the pros and cons of the executive orders or the things that they are trying to do in the White House, I think that you would be more understanding on how it would hurt our country to do those things and how it would hurt the people that are important to you. I think that if we actually for real legitimately had those adult conversations, I'm just saying, because I'd like for you to understand. I'd like for people to understand.
You don't want
When I'm
people.
passionate
No,
about
you don't
it.
want people to understand.
I
You want
do.
people to get on your side.
No, sir.
Yes,
that's
that's what it sounds
I'm
like to
okay.
me.
No, sir. I'm okay
That's what it
with
sounds
you
like to
having
me.
your opinion.
So then, why do you want to? Why do
No,
you want
because
to put
I-
me in a direction that I don't want to
I
go?
don't want you to put you in a direction. I want to have an adult conversation about facts,
Do you think?
and then you can have your opinion.
Do you think that some of it or most of it is common sense thinking? That's
in
bad.
what
I should-
scenario?
like in anything they do. Oh, that's bad. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Do you think that anybody in this
Day and age,
in this presidential
election.
Like in the
this,
cabinet.
in this cabinet
Okay.
is doing anything that has common sense, or are they doing stuff more for it's me or my side?
I feel like, in all honesty, the way that everything is moving, factually, I think that.
Oh, the look.
I think that the poor get poorer, the richer get richer, and it's off of the middle class.
Keep it in the family.
This coming from somebody who makes over $100,000.
I am middle class, though. I'm still middle class, and my taxes go up.
When you consider how much money some people are making, then yeah,
It hurts
it's not
them.
even.
Yeah.
It hurts them, and it
Yeah.
hurts them to a degree where they will lose a lot. People that have worked their whole lives will lose so much.
You know, I don't even see it working as it's like what can I do? What is it going to benefit me? I think right now he's
tangent.
Yeah, and not only that, he's like on a one-way mission
Yes.
to undo
Yes.
everything that Biden did just because.
The Biden
Not
did?
just Biden.
Well, no, not just. But what I'm saying is that everything that he feels that the left, okay, everything that has been done because he didn't get to fulfill everything during his first presidency.
So he's finished.
So he's like, you know what? Now I'm gonna just roll everything out. It's kind of like he's trying to throw as many things as he can against the wall and just see which one sticks. He's trying to see which one's gonna stick.
Yeah, because an executive order is
because he's
complete
just he's throwing stuff out there and it's like, okay, this is getting rejected. This is getting rejected. It's like when we talk about shots, right? Like we talk about it in sales. People talk about it also in dating. Like when they're shooting their shot against a girl, they're like, okay, if you go after one girl and you get rejected, then you got rejected and you're
On to the
0%.
next.
But if you go after 10 and you get one, you still got one, right?
Yeah.
So I think he's doing the same thing. He's just throwing stuff out there, and he's like, let's see what's gonna stick. Boom, 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 boom. Here's the other thing I think he's doing.
like
ahead.
we have to use plastic straws again.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because they're made with oil. Because they're made with oil, and that
Exactly.
benefits the people who make
I just
oil.
when did we fucking ever go to paper straws,
Okay,
man?
so-
Because it helps
No,
you.
it
cook.
was
I've always used a plastic
But
even
it
during
was the-
fucking Biden's term.
It
It was the
That's what I don't
whole. It was the
understand.
whole thing of Biden signing an order saying that we should be using
Yeah, that's
paper
what it
straws.
was.
Not mandatory.
So
Well, no, and I will
But that's
tell
what
you-
they're making it sound
No,
like.
I will tell
like
you
it's
though.
mandatory
in
that we should have been.
California, it is mandatory.
But
that's
that's the governor.
California.
But that's
I know.
the governor.
God darn.
I know, but it is, and so again, I think he's just saying, okay, I want to undo that. But you know what? I honestly feel another thing that he's doing, and Cranky brought this up, and not just so much about him, but about the government, about the media. I feel that he's doing a lot to hide what he's gonna do.
He's a magician.
He's doing
So-
look over here, look over here, look over here, while I'm doing over here, and nobody's paying
He's
attention.
also lying.
You know what I
Okay,
mean?
So people will see that you hear him talk, and the assumption is as president, and the people he claims are checking that these are facts, right? But they're not facts. He just throws numbers.
Yeah.
And he just says they're looking, and this is what they're finding. It's real bad, guys. It's really, really bad.
They asked him today. I guess it was today about what kind of deal that they had going on with Russia and Ukraine and all that stuff. And they asked him point blank. So what are the deals, or what's part of the deal? Oh, well, it's very good. It's better than any deal that we've ever had before. It's really good. It's really good. And then they asked him again. Well, what are some
is
of the
the deal?
deals? Oh, well, it's good. It's good. It's one of the best deals that we've had.
Not really giving facts. Not really giving.
Dude,
information.
y'all are
So this
talking
is what
about
he's
him
doing.
giving facts when freaking the last president couldn't even put two words together.
That was
So don't even
I'm
go
not
there
saying
about
that.
fucking,
I'm not
you
saying
know?
that, but we still have a legislative branch, an executive branch that we have Congress. We have so many things steps that you have to go through, and people have to vote to have these things done on purpose so that nobody benefits to an extreme, right?
That way it's
Because
not all
everybody's
one-sided.
corrupt. But when Louis says, he just throws things out there, no, he throws everything he wants out there, and whatever gets stuck, and what doesn't stick, he fights. So the judge had said, no, sir, you are not going to do that.
Yeah.
Then J.D. Vance said, now we're going to go after the judges that tell us no.
Yeah.
So,
Like the birthright citizenship.
yes, when the judge was like, not on my watch.
Yeah.
The what?
The
Birthright
birthright citizenship. Remember
citizenship.
he was
Oh,
trying to.
yeah. Well, that's
Then
stupid.
the judge was like, no. But then he said, watch me.
See, but that's an amendment, though, man. You
Well-
cannot change an amendment.
Who says he's already shipping people
you
away?
can.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
He already started. He's already sending people to El Salvador.
to Colombia.
But you have to.
Did you know that?
Yes,
have
the ones that are
to-
not illegally here.
But think about it, because you have to think right now. They have the House. They have
They
the
do have
Senate.
the House.
They have
do have the House
everything.
and the Senate.
All they have to do is
But
say,
We can
let's
flip it with Florida.
yeah, let's do it, and yeah, we can change the Constitution. Let's do it, and he's in control of everything. So they're just gonna say, well, yep. And
Do you
they're
know
gonna
what the
pass it.
SAVE Act is?
No,
Do you?
No.
I don't even know
okay.
what it is.
They're going to make it.
like, no,
he's
no,
going to
no,
make
no.
it where next election, because he doesn't want trans people voting or the alphabet. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but whatever the alphabet is, he doesn't want them voting. So in order to vote, you now have to come down with your birth certificate and either your passport or your ID, and they must match. So if you're born a man and now you have a woman's name, you cannot vote. But that's not the only thing that he's taking. If you've ever been married as a woman and your last name has changed and it doesn't match, you cannot vote. The only people that will vote, no matter what, are men, because their name doesn't change when they get married. So 32% of people, which is mainly women who have ever been married, will not be able to vote.
Unless they get their stuff corrected.
And how is that my problem?
It's not your problem.
Okay, then.
But
so don't be pointing at me. You got people over there too.
They are not against me.
I'm not saying I'm not against you about voting.
Okay. You're not against me about voting, but there's a whole bunch of things that fall into that. Like the DEI. You're like, who cares? It's not a big deal. What's the big deal? There's just...
The only I don't know what DEI. I still don't know. I don't know what DEI is.
That's why I said I think that outside of this, I personally, Cranky, will have a factual conversation with you about DEI and any other question you have, because when you get on this mic and you have a conversation where people listen, they are encouraged. Because if you want to or not, or believe it or not, the things that you say, people hear and they listen and they take heed. And some people might like Cranky. They might like the way he talks and the things he says, and they're encouraged by him, and they're like, yeah, Cranky, that's what we're doing. But if you don't have facts, you're saying things to people and you're encouraging them and leading them in the wrong direction. But I think that I really, really feel like you need facts.
But I've said it from the beginning that I don't know what DEI is.
Yeah.
Diversity.
They've told me the meaning of DEI, but I don't know what it does.
The president,
I don't know how it works.
I'm going to tell you.
You know what I'm saying?
First, it works on your Hot Wheels. Bigger doors for his wheelchair to fit, right? Ramps for him to get.
Now we know she lives
For banks if a bank gives 10 white people $100,000 for a business to start a business, they have to do it for the minority as well. You can't just give white people that opportunity. You have to give minority that opportunity too.
It's kind of like what the NFL started.
Which is equality. Mm-hmm. That's the E in DEI, equality. So, like in this podcast, there's no woman here. It's crazy to me sometimes.
Hey, that's
when
not
y'all
our
have a
fault.
conversation, right? But there's an equality situation. You need. It has to be equal and it has to be fair across the board. And he took it out of schools. Schools were maintaining that because back in the day, blacks and minorities were not allowed to go to good schools. And now because of DEI, they can.
They get opportunities.
The school has to allow them.
Yeah. Not
because of race, color, creed, but because of education and because of what they qualify for.
And I'll give you an example. So the middle boy, so Daniel,
the 504 plan.
He's in welding at school, and it is by law. Before, of course, if they do away with the DEI, but it's by law or by their policy that they have to have at least it's either 25 or 35% women in that class. Wow. And he goes, well, in my class, he goes, it's 50%. He goes, but we have to have 25 to 35%. Girls have to be in that class too. It can't just be all boys, because then it's kind of like they're like keeping them out. He goes, so we have to do that.
I don't necessarily think I have to. I think it has to be offered.
Okay, but see, it's because
35.
They
because what makes
it's inclusionary.
That class?
Well,
but it's inclusionary.
So here's the thing. So you know how when you're in school and you do your electives, right?
Inclusionary.
Yeah, when you do your electives,
right?
So there are girls that select it, and before it was like the teachers got to basically select who they wanted, and for the most part they were picking all the boys. And so now it's like they have to, if there's enough girls that have
interest or
they have
to
to be allowed in that class.
I mean, I don't know. I remember when we were in school, I knew some girls that had auto repair.
I do remember
DEI
that.
DEI was there then too. DEI didn't just start when President Biden became president.
Well, then why is it all of a sudden the thing now?
Because he's taking it out.
Jeez, man.
And let me tell you, did you hear how he wanted?
Because Trump doesn't want that. And the I is.
But he's inclusionary.
Well, yeah,
including her.
yeah.
So what did you? So he's being able to add whatever he wants to DEI. I want to say that green table is not part of DEI. Only white people could use it. He just okay, and then he'll say he's not racist. Did you see what he did with South Africa?
We turned it white.
No, sir.
I think
What he did with South Africa
That
was
was apartheid,
he
and that was a long
said,
time ago.
first, he wants to get rid of all immigrants from our country, right? Get out of here. You don't belong here. That's what he's saying. But really, then with the same mouth said, all the white people that in South Africa that don't want to be there and seek refuge in the United States, we welcome you freely. Because Africa was impoverished. The black people were impoverished for 20 years. And it just flipped. And now the black people are being able to DEI the area, right? So he's like, oh, if you feel like you're being treated different and you're feeling like you need to seek refuge from that situation, come to America, we'll take you. But we're going to get rid of all the immigrants. Huh? Because they look white. They look like him. And that makes it okay.
He's not.
He already said it.
What I
He
hear
already
is,
said, come on,
what
let's
I hear
go.
Is, all I hear is that he's orange.
And then South Africa said, you know what?
Well, that's
anybody
true.
from South Africa that wants to come back, come on.
Well,
and we said, take Elon first.
Well, I was just gonna say, I wonder if this
him
has
first.
anything to do because Elon is holding freaking press conferences in the Oval Office,
With his kid on his neck with no seriousness, and we look like idiots.
and then the kids telling Trump,
Shut
the fuck up.
he says, fuck.
He does.
Yeah, he really said it.
And then he says, "You're not the president. Go away."
Yeah.
He's not the president. You hear how people are calling it the Trump, Elon.
Yeah.
Elania.
Oh, did you hear? So I heard. So again, I didn't research this because I just literally heard it.
Ooh,
But
truth.
That he's buying or spending 400 million. No.
So that was okay. So I wanted to clarify because Cranky brought that up earlier.
Uh-huh.
So that was done by Biden, right? But it was $400 million worth of electric vehicles.
Not
it
just
didn't
Teslas.
say Cybertruck.
Okay.
It just said electric vehicles, 400 million in electric vehicles, and the only ones that signed up for it was
Tesla.
right.
And
That's
then they're
why.
talking about those because they're
It's a
basically bulletproof
It's a conflict.
for
But there's
whatever.
A conflict of interest.
You
for
saw
him
what
to be
happened.
there. He makes $8 million a day off the federal government payouts, the contracts that he has with the federal government. But that's the man you're going to have in there. It is a conflict of interest. He has no business touching everything. And guess what? He's going to take Social Security away from our old people. But I'm still going to pay a Social Security tax because guess who wants it? Elon, and he's gonna get it.
See, I have a feeling that that's why the people here in Texas, or the people here, when I talk about the people, I'm talking about the Hot Wheels, Patrick, and that other
Dummy,
asshole.
Yeah. Cruz or no.
Because they're not gonna fully be able to have their hands on that shit. That's why they don't want it.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want gambling. They want They want it so they can have their hands in it.
Yeah.
And because they're probably not going to be able to.
Benefit.
Yeah. That's why they're like, no, it's okay. We don't want it.
Yeah, because I think you saw. Well, I sent it to you, Cranky. I think you and Pedro about the owner of the Mavs now. The whole reason she bought it with her intentions was to
build a casino here.
to build a stadium
think, yeah.
for the Mavs, but she wanted a casino there, and they told her no. So now she's trying to move
To Vegas. Yeah.
so she can build a stadium there for them. And they're like, well, how, right? Like, everybody loves the Mavs, and they were saying, oh, it's because that's why she got rid of
Their favorite
Luka.
player, yeah.
Yeah, so now people can boycott.
I mean, Fatty Patati.
Which they're not gonna boycott. They're not gonna. If they don't boycott the Cowboys, they're not gonna boycott the Mavs.
They're
So
still pissed off, dude.
Texas changed our registration taxes too for electric cars.
they did. They went up.
You know, you used to pay $85-$100 for your registration.
Right.
You got it every year.
We talked about that. Remember?
Electric cars,
I think it's over 200, isn't it?
it's $500
$500, yeah.
500.
Yeah.
to drive an electric car in Texas.
Yeah, for your registration.
For your
I don't
registration.
drive an electric car.
Yeah, I won't.
Hell no.
God forbid an EPM hit.
Okay. So
Hey,
I
not
think-
only that, forget it.
I'm in trouble.
Forget running out of gas. My battery dies and I'm stuck. So yeah.
China turns my car off.
All right. All right.
I think
We'll put a pin in this.
We'll put a pin in
sorry.
that
Because
one.
I know we want to go deeper,
I
but
always do.
we'll put a pin on that right now.
Okay, what else?
So, what else do we have? We have now. I sent y'all the picture of that girl, right?
Of which one?
It was the naked. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was a.
didn't
It was
get it.
it was a.
Oh,
The one about the. She's got a 2024 BMW.
I don't remember that one.
I didn't send it to y'all. I think I took a picture. But I
Oh,
didn't send it.
BMW?
There we go.
Oh, hold on.
Here we go.
Before we continue, let me just clarify. It's okay to call me boy.
Okay.
On the thing.
Okay.
So when she says boy, she's talking about me. That's a
Right.
nickname that I've had since I was a
Forever.
boy, since I was a kid.
Boy.
It was a family nickname. So
Boy.
just if you ever hear it, that's what it is. So
Nowadays, you probably don't maybe even use it.
What did she say?
hey, my
Boy.
mom did that one time at a game. Boy, stop! I was trying to fight with somebody. Boy, down! Stop, boy! And they're all looking at her like, dang, talking to her like he's a dog. But anyways, Porky was saying 2024
So
BMW.
this lady was upset. I don't know what country she was in the U.S., but I don't know what state. She has a 2024 BMW, and they're
Oh, yeah, you did
upset
send us that one. You did send us
because
that one.
she's upset because they want to basically. She gets $8,000.
Oh, I saw that. Yes, I do
she
remember
gets
that.
$8,000 worth of basic food stamps, basically.
4,000.
4,000. Okay.
4,000 in food
4,000, and because she has the
And she has housing.
BMW, yeah.
And she has housing.
So they want to. If she doesn't get rid of her BMW, they're gonna drop it down to like $80.
$88.
As
they're
they
gonna,
should.
and they're gonna take away her
housing.
As they
and
should.
have her pay, and she's pissed off about it.
No, too bad. Let me tell you something.
No, and the other part was because of the color of her skin. But
Yeah.
anyway.
I'm gonna tell you how that works. It's easy because I remember we were talking earlier today about how I wanted to put all my money into.
Yeah. The
Okay,
IRA,
well,
the
because
IRA.
then it doesn't count as income if you put it into that. Not a whole life. I forgot what I was trying to do. I was talking about my Roth IRA and moving everything around. But if you put it into that, I don't know. I'm gonna say whole life, but I don't remember what it was called. So you put everything into this one situation where you no longer have income because everything goes there. Everything you own, everything you have goes into that one situation. And so the color of your skin, they know that. So they do that. So if she applies for food stamps, if she applies for everything, it looks like she owns nothing and has no money,
Right.
right?
Right.
So she qualifies for all that stuff.
Easy.
And then she goes to go buy a 2024, and she probably put down the wrong information, and then now it's in her actual name.
Right.
Because
Had
to
she got it
qualify-
under somebody else's name,
but they
then
found out.
probably, right.
Yeah,
Right, they
because
probably-
that's
yeah.
the only way. Because I have a friend who gets government assistance, and she bought a new car, and they told her it has to be under 18,000. As long as it's under 18,000, you qualify for
You
know
still get the
child care
benefits
and
and all that.
so
Yeah.
forth. So. Yes, you cannot have a 2024 BMW. I don't
She's
drive
complaining.
a
I mean, she's
2024
complaining.
She
BMW.
can
about it.
lie and just say it was a gift.
She's probably paying monthly on it.
True. But what I'm saying, if she wouldn't have gone and got it under her name, like, oh, it was
Yeah.
a gift.
True.
You know
I
what
think
mean?
she messed up somewhere
Yeah.
on
She
the
fucked
paperwork.
up. Because, yeah. And now she's completely pissed off.
Hey,
That's the
Aaron.
funny
Four
thing.
You done
bags on
fucked up.
food stamps? Come on now.
4,000, dude.
Share.
How many kids does that amount to? That's probably like 5 or 6.
I know somebody who has
maybe?
like, yeah, you gotta have a lot of kids to get
Well,
that much.
I mean,
I don't know, the summertime,
I've
they're
seen
breaking you
people
off
that
more.
have a lot of kids and still don't even get that much.
That's because they tell the truth.
Exactly. You're right. You're damn right about
They
that.
tell the
You're
truth.
damn right about that.
They tell the
They
truth.
don't lie on their taxes.
Well, so speaking of people that are getting upset
Hey.
for stupid crap, right? The video that we saw from the two girls that were at Sephora. And they're stealing,
Dumbass.
right? They're stealing. And so they get caught. The loss prevention catches them. They call the police. So the police show up. And Sephora has a sign. Not only that, they tell you when they catch you, but they have a sign at the door because I've seen it. It says they prosecute to the fullest. Well, these girls, they were being told, okay, well, stand up because we got to put cuffs on you. You're being charged with theft. And they're like, no, we weren't even 20 feet away from the door. Like, it doesn't matter. You were stealing. Well, no. Let me just pay it. No.
Oh, now you got money.
Yeah. And they're like, sorry, like, that doesn't work that way. They were going to prosecute. And then started bawling because now if she catches another charge. Yeah. So, which means she already has one.
Right.
But if I catch another charge, I can't go to college. How is that
You do
our
that to
fault?
yourself.
That was a cop's fault.
How is that
How
our
is that the
fault?
cop's fault?
How is that Sephora's fault? How is that the police fault? It's not. It was your decision. So, I had sent it to the guys, and I was like, why would you get upset? You weren't upset when you were stealing. You weren't thinking about if I get caught, I'm not going to go to college. That should have been at the back of your mind, right? That should have been in the forefront, saying, maybe I shouldn't do this because if I do get caught, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I can't go to college, and I really want to go to college.
And then she tried to twist it.
Yes.
And then she says, well, you just want to see me lose.
Yes. And she's saying that.
No.
She's
What
saying
color
that
was she?
because exactly. She's black, right? And so
Oh, wait a minute.
she was black.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's telling the officer, "Oh, now you just want to see me lose." And he's looking and he's like, "It's not. I don't want to see you lose." It's your
DEI, ma'am. DEI. It works.
Hey.
Equal opportunity.
Hey, and I'm not saying
Everybody.
I'm not saying
Sephora has
we can
DEI.
talk comfortable because I know people that are black.
No, it's just
But
normal.
my cousin does have some Blaxicans, so
do.
we could talk about this because we could get her side on this and say, "Hey,
I'm
how do you feel like-"
pro-minority always. I'm pro-minority all the time. I'm always fighting
Right.
for the lesser. I don't care what color you are,
But-
first of all. But in a situation like that where, people say white privilege, right? It's also a thing for people to throw out a race card sometimes, It does happen. It's reality.
Yeah.
But I don't
Well, it
agree
was-
with it in either situation.
I just thought the same thing. I was like, why do you? It's like this didn't work. Now let me try this. This didn't work.
Yeah.
Now let me try this.
See, but we're assuming, we assume that she's saying you just want to see me lose because she's black. Did she say because I'm black?
She didn't, but
didn't
he
say that.
She didn't, but he says she says something about being black later, but she doesn't say you want to see me lose because I'm black. She just throws it out later, and
wanna
he's
see
like,
me
well,
lose.
hold on. I don't want to see you lose.
Yeah.
And he tries to. He goes, I'm being nice. Honestly,
They were.
He
You
goes,
could just hit her up and
Yeah.
boom, throw you in the car,
And
shut
he,
up.
and he
Yeah.
said, he goes,
exactly.
we're asking you to stand up, just comply. Just because you're getting arrested you haven't been convicted. You still have to go to
can
court
fight it.
and figure this out.
Right.
But just don't get another charge for obstruction. Don't get another charge for
Resisting.
Like don't do that to yourself.
Right.
We don't want you to lose. But there's
This
a
is a choice
process
you made.
here.
There's a consequence.
And if they would have said we're not gonna press charges, they would have let her go.
Right.
But Sephora's like,
Oh,
no,
no.
we prosecute to the fullest, and there's a sign.
At the beginning of the video, she even says that. She goes, no, we prosecute everything. So straight up, they were going to get arrested.
Everybody's equal. Man, we don't care about color. If you steal from us,
Yeah.
you're going to jail.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
So we got that, and then we were talking about, earlier in the week we had talked about that guy at the golf course.
Oh, in Arizona.
Yeah, in this
Scottsdale.
19-year-old kid walks up to a table.
saw that.
Yeah, with the Mexican girls on him.
You know what pinged me? His Vivint hat. Because I have Vivint cameras
Oh,
in my house.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, he worked.
He
Well,
did
don't
work.
Yeah.
He don't work there no more.
there no more.
Yeah,
He got fired.
he got fired. But they arrested him.
Later, yeah.
But no, they arrested him that day.
Oh, okay.
But they arrested him that day not for those girls.
for public.
Because he's first of all under 21. He shouldn't have been drunk.
he was out
but
on
he
the
was
golf
off
course.
out on the golf
Right.
course.
Yes.
After hours when they were closed, they told him to leave. He ran from security, and then they go to find him, and he gives the false name.
Yeah.
So they had several charges on him, and then found that out. But he had previously, before that, been charged with some kind of sexual assault or indecent or something.
Well,
So
Yeah. So
now that one
now
was the color of his skin.
yeah. I mean, especially with the comments he was saying, like,
I'm talking about Nazis and shit.
yeah, and everybody that crosses the border or comes from the border, like, we need to slit their throats.
Yes.
And like when he started, you know,
That's just crazy.
now, a lot of people had a problem with the girls, I guess, recording him and then asking him a question, right? They were like, people said
Setting
like,
him
they
up.
were
Like they're
antagonizing
him. Yeah.
and asking
draw
him
it out.
questions so that way he can keep talking and they're recording him. However, he was already saying some stupid shit. All they did was let him keep talking.
Yeah, they just turned the camera on and let him.
Yeah.
Maybe he was talking like that before.
He was.
No, he was.
Before
he
they turned
Maybe
the
he was
camera
already
on.
drunk too.
He
Yeah,
was
that's true,
already
because
drunk.
you know-
that was an all-day event where they were
Yeah.
at.
And he
Yeah.
was already drunk when he was
already-
talking.
He probably don't even know what the hell he was saying.
Right.
Or remember
Well,
what the hell he was saying. Well,
we
he
know
knows
what
now
we
because
say.
he recorded.
Well, no, you
But
know
no,
what?
I mean is there's perception and reality, right? There's intent, and then there's just spitting out words and being
had to-
silly.
Okay, so
Well,
I
there
have a
was-
question
but
regarding
I
this.
think there was some intent.
I have a question regarding this, right? Because there's a saying that a drunk guy never
Tells no lie.
tells no lie, right? So I'm wondering, like,
That's not
is
true.
this
I've
him?
lied.
I do all the time, though. Come on.
Especially when I'm talking
Come on,
to girls.
girl. Come on, girl. I got a mansion at home. No,
I
babe.
lied
You see
too.
my car?
That's my real phone number. I promise.
I
Yes.
like 150,000.
I got a 2024 BMW outside, baby.
You know, but I'm just wondering, do people believe that where because he's now drunk, it's whatever's in his mind, whatever's in his heart is actually what's coming out? Or is it just that he's drunk and now just spewing shit because he's drunk?
But I don't
and
know
maybe,
the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna be honest. I can't judge that situation. I just know what he said, and he shouldn't have said it.
Exactly.
Can you apologize for it? Sure. Can you say I was drunk and I was just they were picking at me, so I was picking at them, and we were going back and forth, and it was. I
Which
went
is
too
true
far,
because you
and
never
I'm
hear
sorry.
you never hear
You
anything.
can apologize.
You never hear anything that the girls ever told him that might have
This world is so
Exactly.
quick
got,
to.
exactly that might have got him all like full of rage and say, now I'm gonna say this. We don't hear that side, which is the risk we take when we're taking our information from social media, because we only hear the side that people post. Right,
Not even the
Cranky?
side. It's more the perception.
You can say that about the news too.
That is true.
You only hear
That
the
is
side.
true.
You only
No,
hear the side that they want to say.
That is
Well,
definitely
not
true.
when they're speaking facts.
I guess.
Get it together.
That-
Let's
that-
go.
The news is-
Let's
oh,
talk
the news
about.
is always facts.
Let's talk.
News is
No,
always
it's not.
facts. Yes.
It's not. But
Okay,
there are
then.
people that come
No,
out
okay.
and spit facts.
No,
They
I agree.
You
They'll
just said the
say-
news ain't always facts.
No,
I
it's
agree.
not.
I agree.
All right.
I agree that it's not always facts,
Yeah, I
but
agree.
let's talk
Or
about.
I agree they share the information they want you to hear.
Yes.
I do agree
But
with
there
that.
are times that they'll say, "Hey, this person spoke. Let me give you what are actual facts on what they said." And there's people who have come back and said, "That's not what I meant to say." You know, whatever, because they're saving their jobs, right? But whatever. There are some facts and there are not. But I think that when we put things on social media, there's perception.
Yeah.
Right? And there's three sides to every story and blah, blah, blah. But I believe that we can apologize for things and make it better. Not
try to
always
make it right.
Yes, we can't always just attack every time somebody does something wrong, because what are we teaching our children? You can be bad in school today, you come home, I punish you for it, tomorrow be better. Don't continue that behavior because
Right.
it's going to lead in a negative result, right? They're allowed the opportunity to create change, but adults should be allowed that too. We don't know their past. We don't know anything
Oh,
about
and
that
and
person.
how he grew up. Like, I mean, he
Right.
might have learned that from home. I mean, we don't know
right,
that. You
and
know what
it's
I mean?
instilled in him. So he slowly has to revert.
I agree. I agree that people deserve chances, right? I agree that especially when they make stupid choices, right? Especially to get drunk and not be of clear mind especially when they're being recorded. So I agree to that extent. However, I do agree with consequences, right?
I agree too.
And so,
I agree.
like Cranky's always said, and we've always said, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes,
Exactly.
right? And so this guy, I do agree he should have been fired.
Yes.
I don't agree. I mean, I
He'll get
don't.
and he'll get another job.
Yeah, and I don't say that it
another
should
job.
ruin the rest of his life.
Exactly.
But that's not what that company wanted represented for them.
Especially
it's
when
okay.
you're wearing their stuff.
Yeah.
You can't do that. Take your hat off and have a comment.
You know what? I'm not gonna
you
lie.
know-
I've literally our company when I first started. It's funny when I first started working there, they told me when you're done working, if you're wearing our company
Take it
shirt
off.
and you're going somewhere, take it off.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
change,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Just change because we don't need bad publicity.
Right.
Right.
And that's been around forever.
And it's just so funny that one day I'm getting home from a late night and my mom hits me up and she's like, look at this, and takes a picture of the news, right? And there's a guy getting handcuffed with my company shirt on.
Ooh.
And I'm like, dude, what the like?
Yeah.
So then I start reaching out. Who is this? Does anybody know? And I'm sending pictures to all my installers, to all my warehouse guys, to everybody. And they finally tell me, oh, it was a helper of one of the guys. I mean, I get it, but our company is still on the news,
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this is not good.
Right.
And so you're right. Like if you're at a work event,
Your coworkers.
you gotta be a little bit more responsible and know you can't just indulge and get fucked up and then act a certain way because you're representing my company there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I've had to fire people and I've had to reprimand people because they're at a company function and not our company, but like at a work event.
Right.
And they're drunk and saying stupid crap or acting stupid or walking like,
Yeah.
they're a mess.
They're representative
And I'm like,
of
bro,
the
like
company.
you couldn't, I'm sorry, I gotta let you go, right? You can't do that. And so this is a good example. Now this kid, hopefully he does bounce back on his feet,
He will.
but
He's a
hopefully
kid.
he
He'll do
learns
better.
that I can't do that
Yeah.
again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. When
That
I
was-
was-
that
And,
was
and
stupid.
like you said, you do stupid things, you win stupid prizes. There's consequences for everything you do. But to bash him and butcher him for the next 30 years is not cool. But that's not how social media works anyway. It's going to be on the limelight for 5 minutes and then we're back to something else and somebody else. So he
so
might
we've-
take it really hard, but
Yeah,
You'll
we
be
kind of
back on.
talked about how stuff comes and goes so
Yeah.
fast. It's
Well,
like,
she did
it's
too.
Like school shootings.
She
It's
did
like
too.
One
What'd I
moment
do?
it's
We
here,
talked
next moment
about
it's-
what were we talking about? The freaking container, the ship container that hit the bridge, and she literally pulls something up and she's like, "Look, here
if
you
you
go."
watch CNN, real news, it'll tell you that they talk about the bridge all the time.
She said they've been talking about it and they've been saying that the bridge still isn't repaired.
And it's going to be on this time because of materials and blah, blah, blah. We already know. We got all the updates. If you watch real news,
I don't
you know,
watch
Fox
the
been sued so
You
many
know what?
times.
Obviously, I don't
Not
want to
allowed.
because I haven't seen it.
Oh, wait, well, where do we get our news from?
TikTok.
Exactly, man. That's where
I
we
like
get our news
TikTok.
from.
I really do like TikTok.
And if my news doesn't have ESP in front of it,
There you go. And not Espanol.
Yeah.
It's ESPN.
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 We're
Yeah.
so happy when we get that notification right there.
Oh, can I?
What?
I said something to boy about. Y'all were talking about that lady who said, "Oh, they grabbed me. They're rapists. They don't have my
Oh,
name."
she
yeah,
did.
the-
Yes, go ahead. Give the update.
She was able. She went on a rant. Y'all talked about her going
Right,
on a
yes.
rant, saying, "I'm sorry," and whatever. I
I
have,
have
family.
Mexican friends and all that.
Guess what she did now?
What?
They told her she went to apologize, remember? And it wasn't the person. She's like, just say that he did something too. Just admit what he did. Just admit what he did. But I'm sorry, and I think you're handsome. And she's saying all that, right? And she's recording it. Well, later, they tell her, man, we have cameras. If you want to pull them, you can see them. Let's do it. Let's show all the cameras.
Right.
And then when she found out they were fully loaded with cameras, all in a circle, she said, I lied.
What are we talking about?
Remember the
lied
girl that
that-
said when
She
she
had
was
to
trying
pay
to pay
for
her
valet?
valet, and she said that the dude grabbed her ass.
Yeah, that's right.
She said
She
she
said-
she lied that
She said, I
he never
lied.
grabbed her ass.
And they told her, well, why'd you lie? And she says, I was put in a spot and I didn't know what to say, so I lied.
Yeah, because she again
That whole scandalo, and you lied.
because she was put in a position where she said
She felt
you need to
attacked.
get deported, and she started saying stuff like that.
She should've.
And
I'm
that's-
put in that same position every day. God,
You get your ass grabbed all the time.
yes, or you know,
Yeah. You're being grabbed all the time.
They're just bending over in front of you all day long. And they're like,
Oops.
oh, hey.
Oops.
whoa,
Damn.
whoa.
and the
Thank you,
first thing that
Beans.
comes to my mind is, well, they gotta get deported.
Damn banging
You
beans.
know?
Stupid. Idiots, man.
No stretch marks, bro. Come on. They ain't got no. I'm telling you, they ain't got no. They must be really young.
They must be really young.
Oh my goodness.
Who's this? Who we talking about?
I told these guys about the banging beans, the one that Louis always goes to.
He always mentions that, bro.
I know.
Louis
I
always
went,
there.
I know Sabrina,
I went one time.
and there's no way.
I went one time, and it was with her brother.
Is he the one that had the
Yes.
I'm sure. My brother's a weirdo.
No, dude. And Sabrina didn't believe me, right? I'm driving by, and I hear honking, and I'm like, who the fuck is
He
honking?
lives right there.
Yes,
you
he
said.
lives down the
He
street.
lives-
So he's I'm here honking, and I finally turn around, and him and
Yeah.
who? Who do you think he's with?
Avery?
No.
I mean, Raven?
No. Edgar.
Alan
Oh,
Poe.
God.
Right. So they're together, and
Oh,
he's
God.
freaking honking. I say, "What's up?" He goes, "Go back over here," and he pulls up to the gas station, and he's like, "Hey, go through here and here." Starts punching all these freaking holes on this thing, and I'm like, "Where'd you get this hole puncher? Because it's a heart hole puncher."
Oh,
He
what
goes-
they used to punch.
Yes, and he goes, "Don't worry about where I got it from." He goes,
my
"But just
brother.
go because you're gonna get a free coffee now." And I'm like, "What the heck?" So he jumps in my vehicle and we go through. That was the only time I went over there, man.
Only that.
That was the
For
only
the free
time I went
coffee.
over there.
For the free coffee.
Hey, and I'll tell you like this, it wasn't worth it.
And just so you know, not only young women don't have stretch marks.
No, I was.
I have 4 children, and I do not have stretch marks.
I was saying because
throw that out there.
I showed
Cocoa
them.
butter,
I showed
baby.
them the
Cocoa butter.
vitamin E. Vitamin E.
I do not have.
Because I showed them the pictures of the ones that they just hired apparently, and they said, "Look, I said, she's wearing a 2-piece. She's good. She's wearing no stretch marks." That's
Cranky
what I
says, she needs to wear a one piece.
"Did he say
Hey,
it? Or you
to each
said
his
it?
own.
You
He
said
said
it.
it. He said it. Which I did not disagree with him. I mean,
Everybody needs love, Cranky.
Big ones need love too.
And somebody loves them.
speaking of the big ones,
Hey.
so my brother-in-law, we'll throw a shout out to him because he listens every once in a while.
Hey.
He sent us a video. He sent a video to me and Cranky of this girl, and he's like, man, he goes, basically the same thing. They need love too. She's driving while recording, while eating.
Is her phone mounted?
No, because she's moving it.
How the fuck she's doing?
And she's eating, she said strawberries because she eats healthy. And she has
Maybe she
and she has sugar-free whipped cream on it.
God.
Because she doesn't eat artificial sugars, she eats natural sugars, and her face is clear, and she's talking about all this, right? And Cranky's like, this bitch is driving, recording, and eating all at the same time.
Maybe she got hypothyroid.
And she's
Twice?
On,
Double.
and she's on her way
Double
to
hyper. I wouldn't doubt
And
it.
Hashimoto's.
So that led me to tell, literally yesterday, we're driving, me and Serena are driving,
Yeah, that's dangerous.
and I look over, and this car's kind of going into my lane. I'm like, bitch, so I freaking start honking. And I tell Sabrina, look, freaking woman driver, right, on her damn phone.
Ooh.
Men do it too.
Hold on, I know they do.
Okay.
But I said that. And then when I looked into her car, nah, she's not on her phone.
She's eating.
She was rolling weed
Oh, damn.
while driving.
Hey.
Rolling weed, and literally with both hands. That's why her car is going into my lane on the highway.
She's multitasking, dude.
Yeah, she was multitasking.
I will say.
She wasn't
that
driving a BMW, though.
I used to, when I was 18, 19 years old and I had my son, on my drive to school, I couldn't be late or work, and I had to drop him off at daycare. I'll have him in the front seat at 6 months old, and I was feeding him, and I was driving with my knee. Then I'll burp him and put him in the... I'm just saying, like, sometimes you have to.
I'm not going to lie. I drive on my knee, too, sometimes.
only
You drive with
certain
your knee
people-
when you're doing stuff, reaching for stuff, whatever, you use your knee.
Who doesn't use their phone when they're driving?
You're right.
I mean, you should
Everybody
have
does.
it mounted.
Everybody
You
does.
should be
But how many are
safe.
rolling weed while they're driving?
Oh, that's
Well,
that's
supposedly
pretty good
so.
right there.
Or eating and recording
But you
while
know-
you're driving.
You
That
know
was a
what's-
lot.
but you know what's
and if
funny,
she was a
right?
big girl, I'm sure her knee was high enough to reach
Or
it.
she could have been using her boobs.
Out,
Or her boobs.
or
Or one of her chins.
This guy.
A
Craig,
cerebral
you have a
assassin.
Do you have a girlfriend?
That's
Why?
private. We're not talking about
I'm
that.
just saying.
That's for another show.
He's got too
For
many.
another show.
He's got too
saying.
many. Too many
I
to
want to know what
count.
she looks like. Is what I want to know. Somebody send me a picture.
And she-
Because he always got jokes. I want to see what actually.
obviously, if I had
want to
somebody-
know who's giving him their phone number or who's saying 8675309.
I think her name was Jenny.
I want to know.
Her name
Yeah.
was Jenny. He's got too many to count. There's just
Yeah,
way
you
too
lying
many.
to him.
Way too many. And they gotta have some chewing. They gotta give some-
Chewing.
Sometimes I think he's bitter when he talks. I'm like, who spit in his coffee?
He's our cranky and we like him.
Yeah. I
We
get
like
it.
him.
Sometimes we're like, you need a hug.
Hey, sometimes I like him too.
Cranky needs a hug.
When he talks, I'm like, oh no. I literally will send boy a text that says, please kick him in his throat. Punch that
And
boy.
she said that several times too.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, please. And she even left the comment on Spotify too. Somebody kick Cranky in the throat, please.
Yeah, I have. But sometimes I like you and your comments.
Sometimes.
She
Sometimes,
does.
sometimes.
Because she'll tell me, she's like, oh, he just. Sometimes, he did something to totally redeem himself.
But it's like when in the.
But that's how I know that you are not
One-sided.
on either side.
Yeah.
That's how I know he just goes off of his life experiences.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, this is how I feel about this because this is what I know. This is what I've seen.
Yeah.
This is how I grew up.
Which,
So
you
I
know what?
get
I'm
it.
not going to lie. I think we all do.
Yeah.
To a point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm not judging him. I just feel like we just need to spit some facts out sometimes. That's all. Carry on. Anyways,
We try
she
to-
admitted she was lying.
Okay.
All that
So she was like,
scandalo
all that
to be a lie.
All that to
be a
say
lie.
that
And
she
I'm
was a
so
lie.
sorry, and I was put on the spot, and I was like, this woman here.
God, there's so many of those videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now is the guy that was getting recorded drunk gonna come out and say the same thing?
You know what?
That
I'm
he was
curious.
lying.
Ha.
I was drunk. I was lying.
Well,
I didn't
she
mean
was,
it.
She
Yes.
was stating something that was, that she was saying was factual. He was giving his opinion.
Yeah. That's true. He did give his opinion. It wasn't a great one, but he gave his opinion.
Yeah, it was his opinion. She was stating something
That
was-
something happened.
That she was. Yes, it was a fact that she was grabbed.
Yeah.
I was grabbed. That was not an opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Crazy stuff.
What else do we have? What else were we going to talk about?
I know we had another thing.
Do you have anything like any other shows or anything?
No, I
else
just
that's-
like to sit here and help with the facts when it comes to cranky. He's gonna hate me when this is
I
over.
don't know.
He has his own fact check.
You know, I was just.
And I'm not using Google, just so everybody knows my phone is not in my hands. Just saying.
But just
No, because I'll be
Luke-
on the show, like literally, I'll be on my phone and I'll be like, boy, tell him, boy, send him. I even told him this last one, send me his phone number. I need his phone number.
She did. She gonna send me his phone number.
I did. I said, send me his phone number.
It's gonna
because
come
I-
in as a what is Apple
Spam?
Yeah, report as junk. Yes, junk. That shit off my
Delete
phone.
and report his junk. I was like,
He's
if
gonna
all his
delete,
stuff is
report his
coming on
junk.
an algorithm, then I need to change his algorithm. Yeah.
Oh man.
The other thing that we have brought up was the AITA.
Yes.
Am I the asshole?
Oh yes.
So he sent us this video. It was a TikTok, and it was these two girls that were having a podcast, right?
They have a segment that does.
Yeah, it's called AITA.
Yeah.
It's
Am I the asshole?
asshole? Is what it stands for. So they're reading either a comment or something.
It's an
that was
email.
maybe,
So they sent an email
It was an
over to
email
the
that
show.
was sent to them.
Yeah.
And basically it was this lady who, of course, starts off, "Am I the asshole for not allowing my husband
Yes.
to go to his ex's?" He didn't say wife, right? He just said ex.
his ex's funeral.
His ex's funeral. And when she went on, they went on to.
Well, so
he'll bring it up.
So when she starts off that way, of course everybody's like, well, I mean, I kind of get why you wouldn't want somebody to go to their ex's funeral. Like, why? Why would they have to, right? But as the email continues, the girl, she clarifies or kind of like makes it known that when this guy, when he first got with her, he told her, look, she is...
When he first got with the
wife,
girl that's
the
writing
current
it.
wife, yeah.
The current, okay.
And they've been together 10 years.
Okay.
She says, when they first got together, he told her, this is my really good friend. My really good friend. And ends up telling her, look, we dated in college. We got married. After a while, we realized we're just better off as friends. And we just stayed friends. And this is a really good friend of mine. And that's all it is. It's platonic. That's what he said, right? And so she's like, and he told her, I'm letting you know up front, so you have the opportunity right now to walk away.
To choose.
And they're like, hey, he was up front from the beginning. So they would have lunches. They would have, they were friends.
So during that 10 years he was with the current one, was that woman in his life?
Yes.
That was
Then
his.
yes.
That was like his best friend, right?
Completely. Like
I'm
they
going
were
to that funeral.
Okay.
I'm going to that
But
funeral.
his ex-wife.
But it was his ex-wife, right?
it was his
Okay.
ex-wife.
Well, I
But
thought we said they did never mention if it was a wife or
Well,
not.
did they
Well,
say?
they
That's
did.
what I was
They
asking.
did, right?
They
Eventually.
did. So it was a wife.
He gets to the point.
yeah,
where
he gets to the
doesn't
point, and
even
he does
matter,
say,
really.
like, I told
Yeah.
you from the
It
beginning.
was his wife.
That
So-
she's going to be in my life.
So she kind of let it, but was holding all this animosity that he was having. This kind
Something
of
was going
yeah,
on.
Yeah, there was this relationship. Not so much that there was anything going on, but there was a relationship with his ex, and she didn't like it. But because she wanted to be with him, she let it happen.
right.
She passes away. She has an aneurysm as she's leaving
Right.
a lunch with him, gets to her car, has an aneurysm, and dies. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He's sad for a few days, crying, and she's like, I let him grieve.
As she should.
Now he wants to go to the funeral, and I'm
And he
like,
will?
hell no, why? Like, that's your ex, you're done. And so here's the thing. And so here's where it kind of gets murky, right? Not murky, but we talk about it because you gotta think about it on where we're at, which kind of people, right?
Because you have an ex and I have an ex. Okay, so go.
But
Okay.
that you hate or that you like.
Well, we'll get to that. That's
I
what
mean,
I'm
it can
saying.
be civil,
That's what
but
I'm
it still
saying.
doesn't mean that,
Okay.
I'm gonna be there.
Give yours. I'm going to give mine.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, so she says that she tells him you're not going. And he's like, I am, Not only that, I think he was writing the eulogy or he was helping plan the funeral and she was pissed off.
He got with the mother-in-law,
And
right?
so she's like, you know what? She goes, a part of me is just relieved that she's gone now because I don't have to deal with it anymore. And so the two girls that are running the podcast, they're like, this bitch. She's a bitch. Like, she's evil and she's this and she's that, right? So we're talking about it and we're thinking, okay, in our current situations, would we be okay going to our ex's funeral, right? Depending on who the ex is, right? But would we be okay going to our ex's funeral? One, would we want to? But two, if we just said, hey, you know what? My ex passed away. I want to
So-and-so
go.
passed away. Yeah.
But let's remember that neither one of you are as close to the women that you had children with as that man was with that lady, according to the woman he was currently with.
Correct.
Okay. Now let's carry on.
But we're saying we don't know anybody in their right mind right
no
here.
way.
Like,
No.
let's just say in our current circle
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No.
that would be okay with their significant
No
other
way.
going to their ex's funeral.
No way. There would be no way that I would be able to even fathom, to think about it, to say, do you think I could?
He wouldn't even
No.
be allowed to drive by
No.
the cemetery 10 years later.
I would literally.
He did the sign of the cross. He gets smacked across the head.
Before he gets to the...
Yes, but you didn't have the situation he had.
But I don't see.
I'm not
but,
saying that you
but-
hate your ex. I'm not saying that y'all are wishing each other dead.
No.
But you're not best of friends, and you didn't announce that things were platonic and you were going to continue to have her in your life and have lunches and see her as someone that you do care about. That was not announced to your current person. So it's different. Same thing with you.
Okay,
it
so-
was not announced.
So here's I try to put it in my situation. And
yes, because everybody will
I
give
have-
their opinion as from their own.
I have and there's a bunch of exes, but I have 3 that I consider exes, right?
Significant exes.
Which are my 2 sons' mom, and then my last relationship. And I'm like,
Don't
if
go to
they
that
were to
one.
pass away,
Any one of them.
one, would I even want to go? And two, would it basically be right or would it be
In
okay?
whose eyes?
Right?
In whose eyes?
Well, in my current relationship.
There
now,
you go.
Right?
Right.
So
would it affect the relationship
Yes.
that you're in now if you did pick
Correct.
any one of those that
Correct.
passed away?
Now, my last relationship, I don't have any kids with,
Mm-hmm.
but one of my kids was very close to her, right? The other two, I do have kids with. So if something were to happen to them, would I want to accompany my kids to show support for them?
Emotional support for
Emotional
them.
support for them, right? So when I think about it, I'm like, okay, my older one, although that's the one that I'm probably most civil with, and we're okay to have conversations, I think my son's old enough to and mature enough to be able to handle that on his own.
Right.
My other one, I think, is the one that would be very difficult because he didn't have a really good relationship with his mom. And he's the one that was closest to my last relationship, right? To my ex. So it's like,
For either one.
would I want to be there for support for either one? Because I'm pretty sure he'd want to be at either one's funeral, right? That's the dilemma because it's like,
What are you saying? Tell me what you
well,
would do.
well, the last one, it would be an issue if I were to go to that one.
For your current relationship.
Yes, it would be a major issue.
What about his
The other
birth
one, I don't
mother?
think she could give two shits about because.
Would she demand to go with you?
Oh, you know what? Honestly, it wouldn't even be a demand. I would be like, would you want to come with me? Because I'm going to go show support for my son, emotional support for my son. That would be the only thing.
What if the family said, you can come for emotional support for your son, but out of respect for my daughter, my sister, please do not bring your significant other.
No, it's either
Then you
she's
don't
going,
come?
Yeah, it's either she's going with me or I don't go.
How
Because
about
I'm
you?
sorry,
Yes.
I'm not gonna push her aside either because she's
An
So in this-
extension
an
of me.
extension of me.
This situation is because of the kids,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
There's so you can say you can pick any one of yours. So mine, I was just married and I got divorced.
No children.
No kids, right?
What was the relationship like since y'all have been separated?
I haven't talked to her since we got divorced.
Okay. Can I give an opinion?
Well, that's why you're here,
Being the
aren't you?
woman?
Yeah.
God. No, we want you to shut up. Jesus.
Okay.
We just put the mic in front of you. Just,
I really
just
meant,
like a freaking decoration.
Okay. Gata. For me, I really meant, is it my turn to give my opinion?
Yes.
So I was going to give it anyway. Quickly, just FYI. I have children. They have fathers.
Well, I would hope so.
My sons, but they're all over 21. All my children are over
yeah.
21. I do have friendly relationship with one of them. Well, I had two. One of them did pass. But even if we had no children, and it's somebody that I've dated in my past, or someone we're gonna say he dated because the situation was him.
Yeah.
I'm too secure in Christina, and my relationship is based off of trust. There's an emotional situation that's attached to this man through that woman that I knew about that they had for 10 years. Yes, you can go. Do you want me to go with you? And if he says, no, I need to have this moment and I don't want it to affect you, or if he says, no, I don't want it to affect you, my reaction or this moment that I have grieving, then I respect it. Go alone. What can he do with her? She's gone. You know what I mean? That's one. And then two, he needs to close that chapter. He needs that closure in his life. So me as a woman, would I want one of the people that I've dated in a long relationship with, that I'm still friends with, come to my funeral? I would want to be at his. But I would also tell I build my relationships on trust. If I catch you in my phone, I'm over. I'm done. If you don't trust me, don't be next to me. Don't be near me. Don't be around me. Because I don't play those games and I do not have time for them.
Yep.
Don't be in my phone. If you go in my phone, we're going to have a problem. Because this is my personal space. I invite you to it. You do not invade it. That's how I feel. But if you don't trust me, stay away from me. If I'm in a relationship with someone, It's trust. I trust you. And if that person means something to you and you need closure and they're already gone, then go get it.
You know, now this is what I was gonna say because you said an important word, the closure.
But if it were my kids,
Oh.
like your kids,
Yeah.
I'm showing up for all of them.
I thought you were going to say
All my
death.
children. As a mother, I'm showing up for all my babies.
Is closure the casket or is closure the
Yeah, death. Yeah. Okay,
So
good.
here's what I was saying, that the closure is very important because, like Porky says, well, I haven't talked to her since we got divorced, right? Okay, so he might have closure already, so he doesn't need to go.
He
to
hasn't
have the
spoken
closure,
to
right?
her forever, so if she
Yeah.
died, he wouldn't even know.
Yeah. So if I've had closure, I'm fine. If I didn't, I think you're right. I think it would be like, you know what, you need to have that closure and you need to go.
Yes.
And have the closure that you need.
And
So
I'm not
then-
demanding to go. I'm not going to be like, I'm going.
Yeah.
What could he do?
Yeah.
Allow him. She's like, I allowed him to grieve without anybody that loves and adores her.
Yeah.
He's grieving alone, but he needs to be grieving with people who created memories with her.
So then is it
That friendship lasted forever.
see, and I would be seeing it as the person that I'm with now.
Disrespectful.
If it was,
But she already
If it
knew.
was-
If it was disrespectful, why have for 10 years you have allowed him to go to lunch? You've allowed
Yeah.
him to see her. If he wanted to do anything with her, he would have done it in that time frame. If he was doing anything with her,
Right.
he was doing it in that time frame. This is what people need as a human being, as a person. We do need those moments, and they should be allowed.
Depending on the partner, because
Which
if
part?
if my situation now,
Your situation's different than that one.
okay,
I wanna go off
and
that
that's
one.
and that's what I'm saying, because he's talking about, okay, well, the kids, he's there for the support. But in my situation, if I found out that
She
my
passed.
ex-wife passed away, and I went to my current right and said, hey, my ex-wife passed away,
I was
you
invited.
gotta go to the wedding.
or funeral.
She would talk about slashing throats.
Wedding, funerals, all that.
She would do more than that.
No, but I
She
mean,
would do more than that.
Yes, but if in this story there were no children.
Correct.
In this
I think there was
story,
no children.
there were no children. It was just 10 years of a long friendship that she knew about. That he
10
engaged
plus,
in,
because he was
and
with her
he
for 10 and
engaged
then-
in it.
yeah.
He engaged in it.
I think
While
what
he
I'm
was in the
saying,
relationship.
I think what I'm saying is that it depends on how your partner is.
Yeah.
If she's not necessarily, well, okay, maybe she's jealous.
Where was your
Doesn't matter.
fight? Where was
Doesn't
your
matter.
fight during those 10 years? Did you fight him every time he went to lunch? Did you fight him every time he talked to her on the phone? Did you fight him every time they discussed anything at
Had a
all
text
ever in her
message or-
presence?
Yeah.
Did you fight him then? But now that she's gone, you want to fight because you saw him grieve and that grieving was too much for you? Was that it? Because you saw the way he was grieving for her and now you're the asshole? You're the asshole no matter what if you tell him he cannot go because you are not allowing him his God-given right as a human being to grieve properly with people who created memories with her and loved her the way he did. And it was platonic.
I'd be fine not going.
Well, in your situation, it's different.
In your situation.
Yeah, I'd
you
be
know.
like, whoa, she
For
died.
your
Oh.
situation, but in her
over.
situation, that
Yeah.
girl's the lady situation, AITA, yes, ma'am.
And you know what? Those girls agreed because they were like,
Yeah,
well,
they
hold
were,
on.
they were all
Did they
over it.
completely?
They
were-
completely
yeah.
agreed.
Oh, yeah.
After reading the whole story, yes, I would
But
agree.
what was funny was when I was watching the video and he sent it, and I was looking at it, and I said, and I paused it, and then I texted him. I was like, I'm not even halfway through this video. Fuck those bitches. I was like,
I didn't even make it past on. Dude.
Cranky
Cranky
doesn't
said
like
it was way too long.
He only like
Too long. Like, get to the point. What's the point?
if it was a Vine. Remember Vines?
Yeah,
Vines were
like
only like
30
6 seconds. If it was a Vine, Cranky would be all over it because
He doesn't like
anything
videos over a minute.
Attention span. is
Yeah. He doesn't like anything over a minute at all.
Do you watch baseball?
Yeah.
I'm confused. That's why you say
Hey, well, they-
anything with ESPN in front of it.
That's why they sped up the game for Cranky. 'Cause That's why.
That's why they put the
That's
freaking
why they
pitch
put
clock.
the pitch clock. That's
You
why
know,
they
and
have-
but my only take on that thing, right, is that it was his ex, but it was also his best friend. I'm
Yeah.
like, well, if it's your best friend, she should have never been your ex.
Yeah. You know what?
Wait a minute. We're not going there. That's not part of the question.
I know,
not
but
saying-
That's not part of the
no.
question.
But hold on.
I can't have an opinion or what?
Yes, you're allowed
God.
it, but you're extending it, and that's not part of it.
Hey,
that's cranky.
You know what?
Stick
Hold
to
on.
the facts that we're given.
Obviously, she's heard the podcast. We could tell because every time
to
we
the
try
facts.
to extend
Y'all
a
do that
scenario,
a lot.
Porky's always like, "Wait a minute, no, you gotta take
can't
it for what it
change
is.
Yes,
You
you
can't
gotta take it
change
for what
it.
it is.
You got to take the question. and that's it.
However, I do agree with Cranky because in whatever relationship I was in, well, you know what? No,
I'm like, please.
they're
do.
supposed to be your best friend,
Rewind.
right? And so like, and now my relationship now, she knows that I have a best friend, right? That I've had for, damn, what is it, 44 years now? Dang, right? but she knows too that she's my best friend. We have things in common. We have conversations that normal.
I don't know if we actually know if that's what was said. That might have been the letter might have said that was his best friend at the time when they met. Like,
Well, no,
hey,
he
this
just said that
girl's
they
my
were
best
really
friend.
good. They were close and they were really good friends.
There you go. That doesn't mean best friend. That doesn't mean best friend.
She said
the girl
best
he's
friend.
with.
He did say, right?
He did say best
He
friend.
did
In the
say
first
best
30
friend.
seconds
Where
that he
is
watched,
that?
I think she
He
said
did
it was.
say- he
I'm
did
gonna
say
send you the
best
video.
friend.
But he
Yeah.
also said his ex-wife, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, if it's your best friend, why is she an ex?
Because
You
the
telling me
relationship part of
you
it,
couldn't
they
get along with her
agree.
as a wife, but you could get along with her as a best friend.
It's different.
I just don't
No,
understand.
that's different.
I as much as we all
There's a
disagree,
difference.
I actually as much as we don't disagree, I'm sorry, but I kind of side on Cranky's side on this one because you're right. Like I hear a lot of people say we just weren't compatible. I'm sorry, but me and my best friend, we have a lot of things in common, and if we have a lot of things in common. I mean, were y'all
Maybe-
bad together in
maybe-
bed? Like, is
hey,
that what it was?
It could have been that, or it could have been maybe she got really, really fat and he was like, I don't like her that way. Or she's really, really skinny and he's like, I like juicy girls. Or she turned atheist and he's a Christian man. And they can put that aside because in this house, everybody goes to church. Well, not in this house. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So there could be reasons
Something.
that separate you, and they can say, "Well, I can't live that way. So you're gonna have to live yours, and I'll live mine, and we can continue to be friends, good friends. I value your opinion."
We can still bang though. That's not off the table. But we just
Either way.
but we just can't have a relationship.
It said platonic. Facts. Frankie.
Yeah, but how many times
what- see,
do
that's
people
what-
say that?
I am platonic with some of my friends who are males.
That's what Cat Williams said. Remember, he said either you were big and got small, or you were small and got big. Either way, we fucking. Either way.
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit!
Good times, good times.
good times.
All I
I
know
like
is
being here.
Yeah.
When are we doing this again? Just
But
saying.
but to go back on what you said, I mean,
Go ahead.
I've seen them get big, but I don't see them get small until they break up with whoever they made them get big.
And then all of
Okay.
a sudden it's like, let's change this shit.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
have
yeah,
seen
yeah.
that. We have seen
No,
that.
that is a true statement. Girls have a snapback moment. Like they're like, oh, now you want to leave me. But when I was sitting here cooking up all these meals and sitting here eating with you.
Wait,
and you
eating
have-
all the meals you meant.
and cooking and eating with
and
you.
eating.
Or you're bringing me all this fast food.
Or picking
It was
up
never
Bill
a
Miller's all
problem.
the fucking
But
time.
all of a sudden, I'm big and juicy. But guess what? Now I'm going to catch me a better you. Watch this. And then they have their, what is it? Stella
Whole
got a
face?
group back? No. Stella got a group back moment. And they're like, I'm going to go get my life together.
I'm gonna go work out.
She's burning.
You know, because you
then she's
do
burning.
when you're with someone
You get comfortable?
and you get comfortable, it's we're not discussing what we look like because we know we're gonna grow old and gray and gravity's gonna hit, right? So you're not keeping up with certain parts of yourself because you're in that relationship for whatever reason. You love them, they love you, and blah blah.
He gives
But
great head.
when you leave, or he gives great head, or when you leave that relationship, you're like, well, now because that broke me, this broke me. Now I'm gonna go get my life together. I'm gonna start working out. I gotta find something to do in order not to hunt him down and slice his tires and put cement in his tank. Juicy cement. So
A banana in the tailpipe.
I gotta find something else to keep me busy and occupied. The gym, a diet that you gotta keep up
Now
with
I
and
gotta
plan.
build this representative up again that I'm gonna show to somebody else.
Yes.
Yes, let's get it
it's
and
just
do it
like-
big and do it big.
And that way I can introduce a representative, and then once we get together, then they see the real me again.
So that we talked about
Maybe not. Maybe she keeps that. Maybe she keeps up with that look. Maybe he appreciates that look.
It's just-
Maybe she stays that way because they both go to the gym, because they both find something that they like in it. Don't do that. Y'all, come on. Come on, Cletus. Come on. You gonna walk over, but
When
you
you
gonna
lift it
lift
back.
back.
So okay, so then I said something last week, and now that we have a female here, I wanted to ask, and maybe it didn't happen to you, but if you had either yourself or your friend or somebody that went through a breakup, and
Oh, yeah.
were the friends
They were
some
confiding
sort
in
of
you, yeah.
they were supportive, but were they also like, oh, just go, be a hoe or be,
I'm the one.
No. Well, I'm just saying, like, if you've either done it to one of your
You've either been
friends,
that person,
Like,
or
fuck him
somebody has
and-
said to you, like, oh, you know what? Get over this. You go fuck somebody
like,
else.
don't, like, forget him, girl. Go find somebody else and go,
What would mine be?
no, like, have
Yeah,
you ever
like-
had
like-
that happen to you, or have you ever done that to somebody? Have you ever told that to somebody to kind of get over a breakup?
like, go be
Like,
a
just
hoe.
go
do
find
you-
somebody and go bang it. Go bang it out.
Do women do that? I guess
Yes, we
basically
do.
is what I'm saying.
Yes, we do. But, because there is a but. Because y'all don't let there be buts.
There's a lot of buts.
in this
There's
situation.
a lot of butts.
But
Some of them are fake.
I'm gonna say it depends on the person they were with, if I liked them or not, or
Oh,
if,
okay. All right.
or if that's not what split y'all up, was another woman or another man, because I have guy friends and girlfriends. So if it was, it could be anything. So it depends on what that relationship was like. If that relationship,
how
that
it
man was
ended.
full of fucking and cheating and doing
Or
dirt,
how it ended, right?
yes, if that's what he was full of, bitch, let's go get Stella's groove back.
So I.
Let's step
ahead,
out.
Frankie.
Go find
I
that
got something
19-year-old.
for you. I know somebody who's been
Go ahead,
trying.
Frankie. Go
I
ahead.
mean, if that's the way he is, like, you're not gonna wait till she breaks up with him. You're probably gonna do it while she's still with. Hey, go.
That's how you step
You know,
in. I will.
he's in the
help-
bathroom. Go meet that guy over
No.
there.
No, I don't run that way. I don't move like that. I'm gonna tell you what I would say. I'm going to offer my opinion. I don't think you should be with him. I think that you're better than that. I think that you are the only thing that you're never going to get back in life. And anybody will tell you that I say this no matter what. You can get money back. You can ask for money back. You can lend money. Your bread breaks. Your whatever breaks. You can buy a new one. The one thing you're never going to get back is time. So if you're going to invest your time in that man who doesn't care about you or love you and mistreats you, and that is your choice. I'm never going to say I told you so. You will know when you're ready. When you're ready, let me know.
See,
and
but
me and
you
can talk about it.
you sound mature, right? I've heard it because I've literally heard it. Heard people that a couple's going through a situation, and it has nothing to do with cheating, but it might have to do with maybe somebody's taking somebody for granted at the time. That happens in relationships. You
It's
know,
going
you have to get back to wherever it was.
But
right?
a closed mouth don't get fed.
You're right.
I can't fix what I don't know is broken. You gotta talk
But
about it.
I've seen people that are going through a situation and it's not that bad, but yet the other person goes and says, "Oh man, just go get a hall pass. Just go have a hall pass. Just get out. Just go do that, and you'll be better." But why?
Okay. I'm not perfect.
No.
Okay? Shut up. I'm not perfect. As an adult, this is how I move now, right? But when I was younger, oh yes, you know what I called them? Fuck 'em nights. You keep playing with me.
Fuck him, girl. Fuck him.
You keep playing with me. I'm gonna tell you something. A man cannot just give away dick. We can give away pussy. So, and you know how good it is over here, sir. So, if I have a fuck 'em night, I hope my kids don't hear this.
I share it all the time, so your kids get all
I'll
the.
tell you
Listen.
what. There's people in Canada right now. Go,
I'm gonna fuck them like I love them. So everything that we did, I'm gonna do. Because you done been playing with me too much, and I don't play them damn games, and you're about to watch how he grovels on his knees and begs for it, like you should have been. Now, that's not who I am. Now I'm a whole nother person. I respect relationships.
That was then.
I respect myself more now.
I played those
That
games
was last
before.
week. I'm a new girl now.
I promise. I promise.
Those are the games I used to play when I was younger, but you know what? It got me nowhere. I was in a relationship. It was back and forth. It was fighting and arguing. You got dirt. I got dirt. We're doing it back and forth. Now I'm going to do my big one, and you're going to do your big one. And guess what I did? I wasted time. So now, when I give my opinion, I'm like, you'll know when you're ready. And when you're ready, let's talk about it and take a breather. But back then, yes.
Fuck 'em nights.
They were fuck 'em nights.
That's a
They
new one.
weren't.
I hadn't
They
heard
weren't
that
on
one.
pass or nothing. It was like, girl,
You know,
fuck them.
That's
Let's go.
Fuck
Fuck 'em.
that could be a good opening line. You could go up to a girl, hey, this is your fuck 'em night.
Yes.
No.
But
Talk to you
the
later.
Young ones.
Talk to
The
you
young
later.
ones. The young ones. The young ones.
It's kind of like, hey, Pocahontas.
Hey, listen. After they grow up, that's not what it's about. Grown women are gonna be like,
Hey,
"Get the
you know
fuck
you're
out of
just
my
giving
face."
you're just giving cranky ammunition now.
Well,
Giving them ideas.
I
he
don't think, but whoever he's probably hitting on is gonna need a fucking night. Just saying.
And they're gonna need a fucking week. That's what it was.
I'm telling you, I'm still waiting for a picture of what he got. Let me see the baby mama.
Oh,
Well.
well, she might be wearing orange right now, but
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
that's right.
Damn.
Well, let's see her post before
Tax
that.
evasion? What happened? I don't know.
Nah, I'll tell y'all later.
oh,
But I'm not trying to say that. I don't know. I just feel like that's not something I'd be doing in this circle, the age group that we are in.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day when I was younger,
Of course.
I wasn't taught and I didn't know any better. So for me, it was like, do them like they do you. Do them like that. I grew up with 8 tias. We have our moms. There's 8 of them. So I would hear them cry. I would hear them beg. I would hear them say, no, it's for the kids. I would hear, and men just be handling them. And when I watched that, I was like, I cannot stay. There's no way. I could not go through that. I would have to be like, you doing it? I'm doing it too. But I'm going to do it bigger. And know that you only know what you know about what I do is because I let you. We are more evil than you all could ever be.
oh yeah, I know.
I've heard that.
I'm going
I've
to
heard
send your
that
heart
they're
to your
scheming.
stomach and
They're
leave you in fetal position when I'm dead. You will never forget
Did
me.
we say that? I don't know if we talked about that. That women are scheming.
Yeah.
You only
Like,
know
they
what
may
you
not
know
kn-
because I let
you
you
may not
find
know
out.
it, but
Yeah.
but women scheming and their brain is running all the time.
Well, calm down.
I,
It's not that
I've
serious.
heard
Not
heard
as
that.
grown women,
I've
but-
heard women don't get caught.
No.
They let you know.
It's about time. This is what I do. You, again? Oh, you did. Let's leave that out real quick. And then, look at what I found. I'm so sorry. But how do you like it? Now let's talk about why I did it. Because mine is never, I do it. Mine's a reaction to your action.
And what do we say about actions?
But that was me back in the day, not
Equal and
anymore.
opposite.
That's not who I am anymore.
No. Cranky laughing because he said it was
But
last
I was
week.
one to be reckoned with back in the day.
Well, that was a question. That was what I wanted. You know, that's what we
Yeah.
wanted to find out.
Yep,
Maybe not all women are like that, but I'm sure there was a time.
But do we encourage that stuff? Yes, some of us do. In my youth, I did. Now as an adult, I don't. Because you're just
time-
gonna be wasting time. I'm gonna fuck
time.
this one, that one, that one, this one, and then what? What did you feel?
And where did it get you?
Where did it get you? Exactly.
60
You're still sola, and you're
Yeah.
still hurting.
Yeah.
How did that benefit you?
60 and
Sola. I was waiting for Cranky over here to say, "This old lady with a cat." You know those phrases. One of those.
Cat
the
lady.
cat lady.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Whoa,
What else y'all
That was
got?
a show.
ladies and gentlemen, shit. Yeah.
That was the show.
Anything that we want to end on?
I think we touched on quite a bit. Said that Bill
Okay,
Miller's
it's-
now has their stickers on their windows.
Yes.
That says
And that
contents
actually-
may be hot.
That
Listen.
actually came from a viewer, listener. I'm sorry.
Yeah, listener.
That sent us a
A
sticker
picture.
of the stickers all over
Yeah,
the Bill
on-
Miller's.
On the
bag.
window and on the bag. Yep.
Listen, in all the messages that I have sent Boy these past 2 days, I promise you, at least once I said, "Are we still on the 2.8? Can we stop with the 2.8? Can we not?" And then today, when I got here, I said, "Boy, can we not do the 2.8?"
Well, we didn't talk about the 2.8, but we just talked about the
it's
reaction
still-
of the 2.8.
The only reason I brought
Oh,
it
the
up is because
consequence.
it was a listener. It was a
Oh,
listener.
okay.
A listener
Brought it
posted,
up.
sent us a
Yeah.
picture.
She sent a picture to
And
the.
now
They
they
went-
say this is hot.
No, they went.
Yeah.
They went and they on their bag had the sticker of
This is hot.
of the
so
content.
I'm sure they
yeah.
put it on everything now.
Yeah.
As they should, though. I mean, sometimes it takes something like that to happen
But I think
for
they-
them to announce it. You know, that book that says, "This is for stupid people." What does it say?
Something for
for
dummies.
dummies.
Yes, because I went to the school. I was gonna go check my son out of school back in the day.
And you had to read that book first? or-
No, pendejo.
How to check your son out for
It
dummies?
says,
Look,
it said-
look. Here's a picture. Caution:
okay.
contents are hot.
Okay, but there was a sign on the door that said, in order to come, you know, you have to check in the front office with a valid driver's license. And then right under it, it said,
Dummy.
no, it said, not expired. Oh, that was for the dummies. Valid means you have to be within. So they had to extend the.
Contents are hot.
But who was the stupid one that won the stupid prize? Now they have to pay for it, but now they have to do that for stupid people.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you want your food
So
cold?
then
It's
you
gonna
agree
be
the 2.8 girl was stupid.
I agree that I would have got 2.8 million. And
I
it
think we all
probably
would've.
wasn't even like y'all were saying, like, you know, if I was on the jury, there was no way on God's green earth. What if there wasn't even a jury? What if it was just, here the fuck you go, we're done. Just
Because
go
they would
home.
have said it settled. They would have settled.
It
right?
wasn't a
Yeah,
settlement.
wasn't
It
a
said
settlement.
the jury found them negligent and awarded her 2.8.
And now they spent 2.8 million on
Was it a-
stickers to put on the fucking.
Yeah.
So they don't have to
if
pay
they would have
them.
just
They don't have
spent,
to-
if they would have just spent the $10,000 on stickers originally, they would have never had to pay the 2.8.
You know
Now
how
they
I
gotta
feel when I
recoup.
hear those stories? Why wasn't it me?
I mean, we feel the same way,
Listen,
but
I
we gotta call them out.
Yeah, I hear a whole bunch of stuff, a story that people get witness money. Look, I used to go to Plasma. I used to donate faithfully. He used to call me dedicated donor. That's how I put gas in my car to get to and from, right? And at the Plasma office, as time went on, because I was dedicated donor, they started hanging the TVs up in the corners.
They had your donor of the month or what?
Almost, buddy, because they pay good. Yes, back in the day it was like $20 and then $25.
White because you was giving all pale.
Look like Al Bundy.
That's not
Craig
true.
is a
body
hater.
holds. The body holds.
The brain
holds
still
too.
has some.
Craigie's a hater, just so y'all know. He's a legit hater.
I think we're all haters when
Cranky.
we realize. I think it's the same as like you said. We're all haters because it didn't happen to us.
Yes, so then, no, he's sitting here cracking jokes about my plasma donations. But I ain't worried about it. Because, Liz, I'm not going to get on you.
Goodness.
I'm not going to get on you, but I could. But just to say that one of those TVs fell on one of the plasma people.
Wow. And
And
they
they
got.
got millions of dollars.
Oh, shit.
So they stopped paying those bitches or putting chairs under them. And I was like, why the fuck was that? It was the office that I would go to. And I was just some bullshit. Where was I
He's
then?
like, why did they put me in that chair?
Yes. I was not happy. So let me tell you, like, I don't bitch about people who bank. I'll tell you 70% of all lawyers live in the United States. That's for sure.
70% of
70%
all
of all
lawyers.
litigating lawyers live in the States. Because we sue
Because of
Like, there's
shit,
litigating lawyers
because of shit like that.
around the world.
Because
but
we sue
70%
everything.
live in
Yeah,
the States.
yeah.
Because
We
this
sue
is
for
where
everything.
Exactly.
Oh,
we sue
this
for
is-
everything.
oh,
We
yeah.
sue for everything. That's why everybody has insurance.
Like my cousin Vinny. How'd you hurt yourself? Was it your place or somebody else's? Always trying to get the buck, bro.
Even if
always
you're in a
trying
car, if you're in my car and we have an accident,
to- Yep, you can sue her.
you can sue me.
Yeah.
If I have full coverage, you can sue me. Guess what?
Yeah, that's it.
Go ahead. My insurance is going to go up any motherfucking way. So bank, and you're going to do it.
Like if you're the passenger, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
passenger
if he was a
could sue the
passenger in
driver.
her car, he
I
could sue
hit
her.
somebody.
Didn't somebody do that?
Yes.
Was it you or what?
It was me that. All I got was my bills covered, but still, yes, it was me.
My brother did it. He was with his chick, and she wrecked and hit somebody, and they were gonna sue her anyway. So he was like, "Fuck it, me too. I want some money." And he got some money, and her insurance went up. It was gonna go up anyway because the
And
accident
they stayed
counts as-
together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's the one who encouraged it. She's like, "Hey, we could do this and that with it."
And he went and bought the heart hole puncher.
That's how he
With
bought
that
the heart puncher. Well, they encouraged it.
Hopefully Banging Beans ain't listening to this.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Jeez Louise.
Well, way to end it, man. This was good. This was good. This was good.
You be back next week?
I feel like I should because
She goes,
She said,
whenever I'm not traveling.
This is only part one, right?
I don't know.
Because there's so much
next week I
stuff.
won't be here.
You can't because we got rid of DEI. So
Listen, I'm more American than you are. Promise. I'm more American than you are. Promise. Let's talk about the Jones Act.
listen to the acts, God.
She's smart. She knows all the acts.
Shit.
I'm more American than you are, so. Or not even American, because American could be any part of. Let's not do the continent stuff, but I'm just saying.
Damn it. Okay. I have one question. I have one more question, and then we'll end it. We'll end it on that. So, we were going back to immigration.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about the argument that people have now about the stolen land thing? Is it still relevant?
Listen.
Should they bring it? I understand,
Did
and
we
I know.
fight? Did we fight for it? The Alamo says we did, right?
Well,
That's the place that has it says we did fight for it. Did we lose?
yep.
We fucking lost.
To
It wasn't
Mexico.
stolen. You fought for it, you lost. Just like when you throw your kids outside or somebody's fighting with them, go fight them. Did you fight them again? No, that's where they stopped. I mean, and the border, the line moved because they fought, and they fought whether it was fair or not. You fought, they won it. It's the same way that the United States got. We're horrible sometimes. It's the same way we got part of.
All the Indian lands.
No, the same way that that's why I say the Jones Act. Same way we got Puerto Rico. Same way we got Hawaii. We're like, hey, we're gonna help you. We're gonna be great, but we really don't give a
And
shit.
they just
Mexico, we fought them. We took their land many of years ago. But that is just a saying that they use, and it makes them proud. Like, we didn't cross the border across us. We're natives to this land.
Right.
Y'all came from a whole nother land. That's what they mean, not the border really crossed us.
Right, right.
It's more of, this land is our land in California to the,
go stream, go Gulf of America.
they're native. It's all really what they're saying is we're native to this land. Your land's not even attached to this land. Fucking
Europeans.
Yeah. And you colonized us and
Columbus.
raped and killed our women and children.
Damn, Chris.
God damn. That's why we don't celebrate you anymore, asshole.
Yeah, but I remember I did hear Cranky say a whole bunch of things about don't wave the Mexico flag. We're so proud. Take your bitch ass back. But, we can debate about that next time.
I mean,
But I have a debate about it.
I agree with it. But
I mean,
whatever.
not all of it, right?
no, not all of it. But
you
don't
can
don't,
wave-
don't
you
bring
can
down the
wave-
American flag to put up the
That's
Mexican
part,
flag.
That's the part that I'm not
Yeah.
okay with. But the ones that fly the flag that's split, like it has the United States flag and the Mexican flag on it. I was born here, but my heritage is there. My parents are from there, or my grandparents are from there, and we still live our lives that way. We eat Mexican food. We love our mothers, and we take care of them, and
I
it's
hate
a
Mexican
generational
food.
thing. I love it.
I hate
When I
Mexican food.
travel, and as for the burrito taco thing, oh Lord Jesus, I went to New Orleans. I was like, "Can I get a taco?"
Crispy.
What's that?
I'm gonna tell you, they were like tacos, and I was like, "I want a bean and cheese taco." That's it. I've been here a week. I'm tired of the fucking biscuits and gravy shit. I need a taco. I
Fuck
went
your
to a Mexican restaurant.
beignets.
I went to a Mexican restaurant. They had no idea what a taco was. Then I said, I went to 2, and then the third one, there was not even no cars. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, where the fuck are the Mexicans? They're packed in the morning.
No line?
Mhm. They gave me a hamburger. I shit you not. You know the
Like a
containers
torta?
that the hamburgers
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
in, the to-go containers? They gave me one. I said, I want 2 tortillas, beans, and then cheese, and some salsa on the side. They literally gave me the hamburger thing. I opened it. There was 2 tortillas on the bottom. They had poured beans on top of both of them, and then just sprinkled cheese. And I was like, fuck it. Can I get a spoon? I'll do this shit in the car. Because what the fuck? But, yeah. I love Mexican food, and I don't hate Mexicans. And the crossing border thing, I think it's really meant for
The people that came from
different lands,
another
completely
land.
different lands. Yeah, we're native to this
Plymouth
land.
Rock and such.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, wow. Christina, thank you.
Yes.
I
For being
appreciate
here.
it. Thank you for letting me be here.
Cranky?
We didn't have a choice.
See, he's a straight hater. He's a straight hater. Legit hater, dude.
That's why
Everything he says, he's upset because I can counteract everything. I can give him a counter for it. And he talking shit. That's it.
I don't want this to end, but we're gonna have to.
I don't
we're
hate
gonna have
him.
to
I don't
cut
hate
it,
him.
yeah.
Hey, next week I won't be here. I'll be out of town, but I promise you I'm coming back. Crazy.
Hey, we could get you on the phone. We'll bump John.
There you go, John.
I'm
Sorry.
for that.
Hey, John. We were gonna call you, but we had a special guest today.
John.
Time ran
Oh
out.
my God.
DEI, all the good stuff.
You're part of that DEI, sir.
You're
I'm
part of that
sorry.
DEI, sir. Yes.
Is John White?
No, he's a Mexican.
No, he's Mexican. But when
part
you
of
talked
DEI.
about,
He's part
but
of
you talked
DEI.
about doors widening and all that.
Ah.
He's included in that.
Okay. Okay.
But John, we love you, man. We're gonna try to get you on next week.
Next week, maybe.
Maybe if we don't call
Maybe.
Christina.
Yeah. If we don't call her, then yeah. we're good.
Call me.
No, what we should do, we'll get John on the line, and then you call waiting. And then John, we gotta let you go.
We gotta let you go, son. We got another call coming through.
Good. I legit, y'all were talking about it last week about calling John, and I text Louis and I was like, call me.
And she said, "Okay, I'm gonna pull up. Just send me your address."
And then he sent it in. Here I am.
And here she is. So
Well, glad to have you, man. That was
epic.
that was great. I don't know if Cranky appreciated it, but we did.
Wait, well, I think she got it. I mean, she didn't get it all out of her system, but she got, I think, a lot towards cranking out of her
this
system.
is only part
so
one.
now it's gonna be just a clear, just.
No,
No,
he's been
this
he's been
is-
throwing shots this whole show.
This is part one. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
today he's been throwing shots, and I've been letting him slide because he's one of the hosts. But I'm gonna come back guns a blazing next time.
Guns hot. Guns hot.
Boy's gonna have to stop us.
Hey, and I put them right across from
I
each
know.
other.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you sit over there.
Hey,
you
we
sit
Did
over
that
there.
shit on
We
purpose.
don't say guns on here.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
my
say
bad.
pew
Oh, it's a
pews.
pew pews. Yeah.
Pew pews.
Pew pews and blazing.
Yes.
Like speaking of pew pews, certain somebody that his boy up there in Kansas City fucking lost.
Yeah, whatever.
Thank you. Oh yeah, Louis.
I lost my damn bet.
Did you?
Your last quarterback standing. Wah,
That
wah.
was a great game.
I was glad they beat the shit out of him. I really
I
was.
love that game.
really
The
was.
halftime
already out
show
of
was
time,
even
Porky.
better.
Time, sir.
Next
no.
time, let's talk about the halftime show.
I hear about like.
Where do you hear
No,
it
never
though?
mind, never
Not
mind.
the news.
We gotta
You
go.
weren't watching the news.
We gotta go, man.
Say.
If you can't tell, the music is slowly
It's starting
coming
to come
in.
through.
Starting to come in. That's the very end, man. Oh shit! Awesome.
Thank
All
you again,
right.
Christina.
Thank you, Christina. Thank you for listeners. Thank you, Canada. Thank you.
Boston,
Yeah.
South Africa.
Attention.
All right, man. Thanks for listening. Talk to you later.
Peace.